Moving into February, Chris had a busy competition schedule, while Warren and Nick were off to Japan.
Well, Japan was a place I've always wanted to go and ski. I mean, main reason was hearing rumours about the amazing light powder. You know, they get like a Siberian weather front that comes across, and it is literally like a place where you can guarantee powder.
I went there a few years ago and it's just the most incredible place. Everything about it is so different, you know, from the culture, the actual mountains, and also the snow record there. It's just phenomenal.
Inflate the life vest at the door.
With 2 days remaining on what had been an epic trip, Warren had a freak accident getting his ski caught under a branch deep in the snow, leaving him with a snapped Achilles tendon.
Fuck! I just skidded into a tree stump, and I think I've either torn an Achilles, torn my calf, or broke my ankle. So I think that's this ski trip over. I think I'm gonna pass out. Oh, fucking be sick. We're gonna go to Ferrano now and get a medic to take a look at it. So.
I'm finding it a little bit weird how the hats on the ambulance guys are saying fire department. I hope they called the right number. Sky, did you call the right number?
I think they might have done the wrong number actually.
Please take you out.
This is pretty cool.
How do you feel about the new shoe?
My new shoe is awesome. Look at my shoe. How good is that shoe? Do you like it?
The trip to Japan really emphasised the highs and lows of a career in the mountains, an unrivalled location with great snow, met with a freak accident enough to end a season. Coming back from Japan, the guys were looking forward to catching up with Chris, who, after 2 top 10 placings on the World Tour qualifiers, didn't quite get the result he wanted in his 3rd competition of the winter.
10 seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I was about the 4th rider to take the line I wanted to take, and as I went down I noticed there wasn't as much snow on there as I'd been looking at earlier. So as I came down I sort of got presented with this sheer cliff bound, which is basically an area which I couldn't really go down. There's so much slough following me down, I thought I might be able to make it. So basically I pointed my board and went for it. Pretty much as soon as I went for it, I caught the toe of my board, front flipped over, smashed my head and my shoulder on some rocks, and then pretty much ragdolled 200 metres off down the face. Basically pretty much waving had to call the air ambulance to get me off there. The scary part of my fall was actually being airlifted off. The guy came down, they clamped me onto my harness and then basically dangled me from a helicopter. I don't know, it felt like I was about 200 metres up at one point. Pretty bad smash, dislocated my left shoulder, had to have an operation in my left knee and my right elbow, and I've also sprained my right wrist. So I'm not in a good state and looking like I could be out for up to 6 weeks, which is really, really annoying.
With Chris and Warren recovering from their injuries, Peter and Nick went to film some park jibs and freeride action.
You wake up with pressure to conform to the measure that they swear. Promises treasure, promises a life disguised as pleasure. Oh, you know you don't chase it, you've got to refuse it, 'cause it will chase your time away, my friend. So read between the lines. Things aren't what they seem. The writing's on the wall. Make the hidden scene. People, watch out. Watch your step, watch out. People, watch out. Watch yourself, watch out. I know you're not crazy, but the words they use would suggest that maybe they're a little bit hazy. Hazy with the words they use for you, so I'll cut the disguise. They're officially truthful lies, 'cause they paint them so wide. But they're as dark in the darkest night, so I read between the lines. Things aren't what they seem. The writing's on the wall, so make the hidden scene. People, watch out. Watch yourself, watch out.
With the season drawing to a close, Peter and friends built a jump for one final filming session.
I think it looks good. It's like a good ramp, not too kicky, more like a floater so you can ollie your tricks, so you get some pop.
So we just finished a session now, it's 8 o'clock. Peter rode really well and hopefully got some really nice shots, and if that's going to be the last filming session of the season, definitely really happy with the way it went and a great way to finish.
With the final shoot done and the winter at an end, it was time to reflect.
This season for me has been a real mixture of highs and lows. My low points has obviously been my injury. This put me out for 6 weeks now during the best snow period in February and March. And it was so frustrating seeing everyone going out, riding all the fresh snow, and I was sat at home sort of working my rehab. But my rehab went well and I was fit enough again to compete in Lenzerheide, and I managed to get 5th place there. So for me that was one of the high points. It proves that I can come back and I can still compete among the best after having such a horrific injury.
I've had a great winter. As always, like each winter they have their highs and lows. Unfortunately this year with Chris and Warren both injuring themselves, that was a real down point. But from a personal point of view, it's been great. I've taken some great trips, had a great time in Japan, and I've really enjoyed the free riding in Verbier, and yeah, it's been good. I've done 7 winters now and they've always been great. When you're out here, it's just the most amazing lifestyle. Waking up every morning knowing you can get out there and go skiing, I'll just never get bored of that fact.
This winter been really amazing, a real adventure, moving to Verbier, finding out I was going to become a dad, and then getting familiar with riding here at least a little bit, and then went to Sweden for my camps there, and it was great, and then to Laax for a bit, and then to Japan, so it's been fast but fun.
Next season, I've got so much pent up want to make ski turns, ski in powder, and get really back into a level that I hope, for me, will be, especially because a lot of the things I've experienced this last ski season, I think next season, I'm hoping it's going to be my best ever ski year. I'm hoping I'm going to be skiing stronger than I've ever skied, just because a lot of the experiences I've gone through this year.
So that's the story so far of a year in the life of these 4 snow sports professionals. We've been with them now for 4 months, and hopefully you've got a taster of their life in the mountains. We'll see what the next 8 months has in store for them.